15. Shaq, he's a guy who can do it all on both ends of the floor.
Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Now Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Now here's Durant. 5 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. Kicks to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's Westbrook missing. Here's Golden State now. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
First free throw is good.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunks so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Now here's Westbrook following the miss by Draymond Green. Screened by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Westbrook against Curry. Durant wide open, he fires. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Now here's Westbrook. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Pulls up on the wing. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Curry passes to Barnes. Nailed from three-point land.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Outside Durant. Goes up on the wing. And it's Westbrook missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Green, the screen. Over in the corner, Barnes. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here is Ibaka. There's the pick. Outside Westbrook. Banked in off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Stephen Curry, stolen by Thompson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. No good from Bogut. Oklahoma City trailing. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Curry. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Bogut. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Collison gets it to go on the assist by Augustine.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Clock is at 3. For 3, Barbosa. And Cantor pulls it down.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. Feeds it to Spates. Off the pick. Shot is no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green is out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Livingston in at the point guard. And so it's Golden State with it. After Westbrook's missed 3, nobody near Barnes. Offline with his 3. It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city.
Here's Westbrook. The Warriors making the shot. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. And it's Roberson in for Waiters. Now here's Adams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Shots good by Ibaka.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Barnes, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Here is Durant. Adams outside. The dish to Ibaka. The shot no good, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook drives in. Can't get it to fall. The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. Over to the wing. Here's Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Barnes. 1:53 left in the first half. Westbrook passes to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. And he finishes nicely on the way. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Kyle Singler, basically a three-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season, a second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game, but with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. You know, Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Curry dishes to Bogut. He feeds it to Spates. He gets hauled in by Adams.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Augustine against Bogut. Ibaka. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches high. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And so here is Golden State, following the score by Oklahoma City. Shot clock at 6. Spates kicks to Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Oklahoma City moving the ball around, and Ibaka slams it in.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Augustine against Curry. Pass to Spates. He kicks it to Bogut. From D, Big Udawa. No good. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Thunder lead by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
Presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Warriors trail by 4. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of the season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Here's Curry, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Barnes against Durant. Barnes can't get it to go.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the 4th so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. A step-back shot here. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Curry's got his 2nd basket of the night.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. Screen by Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Waiters with a screen on Barnes. And it's Westbrook missing.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Waiters. Pass to Durant. To the inside. Kanter. Shot is off. Nice D from Bogut.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without a big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
Here's Westbrook. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Down low. Here's Durant. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Nick Collison's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Then for the Warriors, Azili comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Barnes can't get it to go.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And Kanter, wide open, he shoots. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. Livingston passes to Thompson. Here's Azili. He's covered by Kanter. Azili dishes to Livingston. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen on Collison. Here's Livingston. And again, no good by Golden State. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Now here's Barnes following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Thompson up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Releases. Here's Ezeli. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Waiters. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And so Ezeli nails both of them.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Now here is Singler. Let's go. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Ezeli's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Spates sets a screen. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Augustine and the redemption by Iguodala. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Livingston, that's good.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Westbrook. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Augustine. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Iguodala out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Augustine with it. Out to the right wing. And Westbrook, here we go. Second chance shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Real good, Adams.
And you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Durant comes in for Singler, and it's Roberson in for Augustine. And then for Golden State, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Thompson misses.
Yeah, And guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Klay Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Westbrook against Curry. Thompson left side, right wing, and here's Barnes for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Barnes has got the game tied up here for the Warriors. But Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Runner in the lane. Nice D from Bogut. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Green, the screen. Curry passes to Thompson. Shoots from the elbow. Good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
Timeout called the Warriors. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Green with a screen on Westbrook. Curry dishes to Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Now here's Westbrook. The good-looking shot in the lane.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Timeout called the Warriors. Outside Curry. Screen by Bogut. Curry kicks to Thompson. Off target with his three.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it's Westbrook. Big time on the assist from Robertson. Roberson's got 4 assists in the game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 3. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. .132 left to play in the final quarter. To the left wing, Green with a screen for Curry. To the middle, here's Bogut. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. On up the court. Here's Westbrook, and the shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Floats one. Kept alive. Cantor. Great tee that time from Green.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
On its way from Curry for 2. Curry with another miss. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And an intentional foul right there. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting 2.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 5. So they foul intentionally.
Klay Thompson. That's his first personal foul. 5th team foul. Kevin Durant, shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously your ability to attack on offense is such a key for your team. How do you decide when to go to the hoop and when to pass the ball?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Russell, thank you. Kevin, he does it brilliantly.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.